The Avatar status is like, the Avatar's not supposed to kill. He's just enforced peace in the world. Well, let me tell you something. In the TV show, that was the Avatar's job.
He was supposed to
kill people to maintain order and balance amongst the world.
That was the whole problem with Aang in the final chapter, was that he was conflicted with having to kill to save the world.
So that, like, they changed...
That story plot goes out the window. Let's see. They completely skipped out on Sokka's first love interest, the Earth Kingdom girl. I forget her name. Suki.
Yeah.
So that goes out the window.
They
passed up Omashu where he meets his old friend Boomy. That's out the window.
Oh, and I also love the fact that you go to, like, a couple of villages, and these people are like, man, dude, we fought the Fire Nation. We tried, and we lost. Once they sent their machines in, we were effed.
We never see these machines.
You don't see one. You don't see any throughout the entire movie. That I thought was hilarious. Well, one of my favorite parts is like when they first enter an Earth Kingdom village, right? And all of the Earthbenders have been separated and put into an internment camp. So they're in there, and like the actor playing Ong breaks character, and he's like, "Dude, you're all Earthbenders. There's ground right here, and there's like 18 guards, and there's like 50 of you." I'm surprised nobody came up to him and was like, "Shut up." Or like somebody came up the script and was like, no, that's not how it goes. But like all the Earthbender guys were like, "You're right. There is like 50 of us. Let's revolt this bitch."
And by the way, the bending CGI in this movie is god-awful.
It's ass. And also, like, in the cartoon show...
They did martial art moves to kind of do their bending. Like, you see him throw a fist and a rock would fly or fire. And in this one, it's so over-dramatized. They will do 10 moves before anything even happens.
Yeah, what the moves that they're doing doesn't coincide with what's being bent. Or, like,
what's happening.
Like, what's happening. It just doesn't fit.
Another thing M. Night screwed up, which should have been very simple.
Also, they nerfed the Fire Nation.
Like it's an online game. They felt that they were too overpowered, so they nerfed them.
Now, in the cartoon show, whenever a Firebender was fighting, he would, like, punch, and, like, a fireball would come out of his fist.
But now
they have to have a fire source to pick up the flame and throw it.
They can't create their own fire. Well, apparently some can, but that's like the highest level of skill a firebender could do, is create his own fire.
Well, yeah, apparently Zuko can, like, melt ice with his hands, but later we see guys using drills to drill through the ice.
The cavity creeps. If only there was a crest bender around.
Yeah, well, they're fucked. Another, like, really funny sequence in the movie, Aang is like, "Man, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I'm gonna go to this air temple." So when he goes there, it's just there's like this random guy there, and he's like, "Are you the Avatar?" "Yeah." "Dude, I got something to show you." Takes him to this room. He's like, "So, dude, these were all your past lives. Everyone that is in this room, this statue, that's you, man. Dude, that's deep. Oh, by the way, I'm betraying you." "How did you know that I was gonna be here? I read the script in advance." Fuck! Why are you doing this? Money.
It's all bullshit. I mean, in the show he's supposed to talk with his past life, Roku, a whole lot. Now he just kind of goes into the spirit world and talks to a random dragon.
To some stupid dragon that, like,
He's very vague and mysterious in what he says.
It'd be like me going to you and being like, "Dude, how do I solve this problem?" And you're just like, "I am mysterious."
Alright, well, here. We have a lot more to rant about, so we're going to go into a part 2.
Alright.
This requires a part 2.
Welcome back, YouTube. We're here to put our final thoughts on The Last Airbender. We're still going through the story, though.
We want to talk about a couple scenes we thought were funny and stupid. One in particular is when they're in the North Pole doing, like, the huge final climactic battle, which apparently, one of our friends pointed out, no one seems to die, because you have everyone fighting, but there's no one, like, laying on the ground injured or dead. Yeah, there's, like, no one bleeding out or stabbed or dying or anything. It's just like everybody's fighting or doing something. I don't know. Now, there's a part where, I forget what's happening, but something is going on the outside.
Well, there's, like, this, like, magic fish that if they kill it, the waterbenders all lose their powers. So they do that. But then, random MacGuffin, we can save the fish. So whatever turned the moon red is no longer red. So like everybody's like staring up, like watching this, and one guy's just like, "Oh yeah, we're fighting," and then tackles a dude.
And then it all starts up again.
Then they all go back to fighting.
I honestly think it was... The show had a lot of comedic value to it, and I think this may have been M. Night Shyamalan's attempt at bringing that to fruition, but it just came off as stupid.
I think that's giving him too much credit. And also, I love like the Water Tribe's plan of, we'll just like let him in this far, and at this point, that's when we have to beat him. Why let him in at all? You got a glacier wall. Defend that.
No, too much trouble.
Too much trouble. And, if you're expecting, like, Aang to go, like, the Avatar state and sink the whole Fire Nation...
Like he did in the cartoon show, just a huge tidal wave that swooped away all the ships and destroyed everything.
And, killed thousands.
You see in the trailer, you see him starting it, you see just a whole pillar of water rising up, and then what happens? Just... Nothing. The Fire Nation gets scared and turns away and goes and runs.
Yeah, like Aang's like holding up this waterfall, and he's probably thinking to himself, "God, I hope they know I'm bluffing." You must have rolled a 20 because they all leave. And Momo's in this too for like 2 seconds.
Momo and Appa are both, except in the cartoon, Appa played a big part in it actually, and like him and Aang was always his best friend. They had a very close relationship, and here he's designated as just transportation.
And then, like, Momo even gets less screen time. He's, like, in it for, like, 5 seconds. He shows up and he's gone.
Shows up and he's gone again.
Yeah, and that's it. Why even put him in there if you're going to have him in 2 scenes doing nothing?
Now, back to the scene with the fish for a second. The Commander Zhao, who kills it. In the cartoon, it was a pretty epic scene where he catches it, the moon turns red. Everyone's telling him to put it back, he puts it back. But then he just does a fire whip and kills it. And here it's just he takes it into a bag and just stabs it with a knife.
Oh yeah, like an Iroh's just like, "Dude, don't do it. Don't do it, dude." And he's just like, I got to. It's what my lord commands. Dude, you're your own dude and you don't have to do this. But I have to. We're the gods now.
And then he does it.
And then Iroh attacks him. Why didn't you attack him before?
Oh, speaking of the looks of the characters also, one thing they really screwed up on was, there's a part where Zuko takes out a picture of his family and looks at it, and the Fire Lord in the picture looks like just like he does in the cartoon,